You could start off with attendance.
All right. Get down to it. And Abdi, it's a proxy. Patricia?
Here.
Emma?
Here.
Trevor? No. All right. Noah?
Here.
Peter?
Present.
Jenna?
Here.
Crystal?
Here.
Bree?
Here.
Elias?
Here.
Willie?
Here.
I am here. Jasmine?
Here.
Nicholas?
Here.
Grace? No Grace? So sorry, I am having internet problems.
Is Bennett frozen? Okay, I'll just finish off attendance. Okay, so Grace. George. Okay. Natalie.
Here.
Peyton.
Here.
Suzanne.
Here.
Lucas.
Here.
Andy.
Here.
Olivia.
Here.
Bridget.
Here.
Kyrie.
Here.
Kristen.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
India.
Here.
Payne.
Here.
Emily.
Here.
Okay, wonderful. Is there a motion to approve last week's minutes?
Motion to approve last week's minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, that passes. There is no guest speaker today. Is there any constituent comments? Okay. Transitioning into cabinet reports, Chief of Staff, Emma.
Hello, everyone. First of all, before I begin my report today, before we are all ASG members, we are all people, and I hope that all of you are doing healthy and well as we transition to move out, for those of you who are studying in person. So I hope you're doing okay. My main focus right now, as I intend to graduate next semester, I will not be running for any office whatsoever in ASG. And because of that, I have no interest in elections, and I have been working with Abdi and Patty, who, to my knowledge, are both graduating next semester, to put together an election schedule covering the presidential election, cabinet nominations, and Senate elections for the 21-22 academic year. I will be working mostly with them and Matt, just to avoid any potential conflicts of interest here in case any of you who are not graduating choose to run for president or senator. Let's see. So I'm working on a schedule for that. The main obstacle this semester is obviously the potential of people studying remotely, which could serve as somewhat of an advantage for people who choose to run. So we're trying to minimize that risk because, in my opinion at least, no student should have to factor in potential aid when deciding where to study. That is a matter of health only. So we're trying to minimize that risk. We're thinking right now, at least on my end, of letting some in-person students serve as proxy representatives for people who are running for office remotely. So for example, if I run for president studying remotely, I could appoint someone in person to put up posters on my behalf or set up a Zoom call on my behalf. That is still to be determined, but I hope to secure something with Abdi, Patty, and Matt by the end of this semester. The other element of my report, thanks to all of you who filled out the interest form discussing sort of committee for the storage situation for international and faraway domestic students. We are planning to meet, let me type this in the chat so no one misses it, is at 3 Eastern Standard Time. I'm having internet things. Okay, set 3. We hope to meet after the semester, so looking at the winter, but ideally before the J term, while still giving you guys ample rest up before the next semester. That is all I have to report. I see that Lucas has a question.
Hi, Emma. Normally isn't the election schedule determined by the ethics committee, or isn't, I forget if it's ethics committee, but it's the committee that AG heads up. I mean, I know we're like absent of an AG, but wouldn't Noah be assuming that responsibility for now?
Yes, we also had some applications for Attorney General come in. So yes, this is somewhat of Noah's position as well, but we hope to have a more permanent Attorney General in place. Correct me on this, there's nothing talking about a formal procedure for declaring an election date or an election schedule. We just want to do this to give everyone ample time to this pandemic and to have an equal opportunity.
Is there any other questions or comments for Emma? Okay, moving on to Attorney General proxy, Noah.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those, I can see we got some new backgrounds for some senators who have returned from home from their campus dorms, and I just want to say I'm glad, and it seems that everyone got home safe. So I'd like to start with that and just say I'm grateful that everyone was able to get home safe in one piece. Like I know Patty was literally going like across the country. So it's just nice to see everyone home safe. For the Attorney General, I have 3 things, and it's probably going to take a little bit of time. But the first thing is the WIB approval for the second week. As I said in the beautiful Constitution here, we have to approve clubs for 2 weeks. So we have them, and then we have 2 new clubs. We have Queer People of Color, and I believe there's a representative here who has a little bit more to say on just give some more background about the club. I believe Jen's here. Jen, if you want to jump in here, you're more than welcome.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Parata, and I'm the president and founder for Queer People of Color on campus. We're new, and we've had a really good turnout among students. And do you want me to go ahead and say what our mission statement is?
Would you mind?
So our mission statement is to embolden and educate the members of Allegheny College on what it means to be a queer person of color or part of the LGBTQ community while promoting an understanding and tolerance for diversity through activism. And our main focus is basically to create a safe space for our marginalized community on campus, since we hadn't had that before. So yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Jen. I really appreciate that. I don't think that Jacob is here, and Jacob was here for the Allegheny College esports team. I'm just making sure, Jacob, you're not here. Anyone from esports? No. Beautiful. So we have two clubs that need to be voted on today. The first is finishing up WIBE, and then there'll be an officially recognized club. And then Jen will vote also on QPOC. Is that how you want it to be said? QPOC, correct?
Yeah.
Cool.
It works.
And then, so the way that this works is that we'll vote once now, and then whenever we have the next General Assembly, which I think is something like December 2nd, I want to say, we'll vote on this again, and then it'll be an ASG recognized organization. So I need a motion from a senator.
Motion to approve WIBE for the second round of approval of their constitution, and motion to approve Allegheny QPOC Club for their first week of approval.
Am I hearing it as a slate?
Yes, sir, you are.
Second for both.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes.
I also meant to say, if for senators, if you look in the shared ASG 2020-2021 resources under club constitutions, I put in constitutions for QPOC, the esports, and a couple other organizations that I'm trying to work with to get to be officially ASG recognized. And there'll be more updates in that folder as time progresses. For the Director of Finance, I really don't have anything except stuff that's going to start to become fruitful and start to plan itself out during the break period, in which I'll be able to have enact some larger projects, like, for example, with Willie and I and SEA, the Student Environmental Agency that we have here. We're all going to try and work together to get some bees up at the Robertson complex. So that's just, like, for example, one of the things that we have planned, and those things will just come to fruition in the spring semester. But other than that, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you're not home yet, I hope that you're able to get there safe and stress-free.
Is there any questions or comments for Noah? Okay. Moving on to diversity and inclusion, Peter.
I don't have much to report. I just want to say have a good break and Thanksgiving. Good luck with your finals. I guess one small thing is that I had a meeting with India like before this, so I already reported on it last week, so I won't talk about it too much. But like we're gonna have something coming out like sometime after finals. All right, thank you.
Okay, any questions for Peter? Okay. And then organizational development, Bennett.
All right, let's see if I can get through this without my internet dying. So I actually don't have anything. Just, enjoy your break. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, don't get sick.
Okay, co-directors of student affairs, Jenna and Crystal.
Hey guys, we actually don't have a report, but stay safe and good luck in remote learning.
Okay, community relations, Elias.
Yeah, nothing really going on over here. No report to give, but stay safe. Hope everyone's doing.
Communications and press, Bree.
Yeah, I want to reiterate some of the sentiments that were already expressed. I hope you guys made it home safe, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday, and an even more relaxing break. So I just have a little bit to report on. Website updates are happening. So if you're a new senator and you sent me your stuff, expect to see your name and your bio appear on the website shortly. Same thing, if you're sending me your meeting times, your links, they'll be on the website soon. Other than that, you'll see the remote student success vlogs are starting to make an appearance on Instagram. Any cabinet member who wants to do them, or anyone who feels as though they have, something to say or any tips or tricks for finals, reach out, let me know. And then other than that, I'm doing an integrated marketing communication plan for ASG. So this will be the first time that this has really happened at an organizational level, but really it's just a way for us to make sure that we are giving clear and concise information to our student body. And it's another way to make sure that anytime we, are representing ASG, we're doing it in a manner that's professional and in a manner that, kind of adheres to our mission statement and then also our Constitution as well. And that's all that I have.
Is there any questions or comments for Bree? Okay. Sustainability and environmental affairs, Willie.
I have no report. I'll change it up from my fellow cabineters and say, enjoy the break and you take a break. I kind of feel like I got hit with a bus, so kind of just take it easy and don't overwork yourself and stuff. And yeah, use a break as a break should be done, and sort of just take some time to yourself and relax a little if you can.
Okay, going on to class reports, class of 2021.
So I don't really have much to report other than that we had our first office hours meetings, but nobody showed up, which was unfortunate, but I mean, it was our first one and kind of we announced it last minute, so that was our fault. I do have one quick question. I had emailed Matt to ask if we can do office hours bi-weekly, and he told me to direct to Noah and who was the other person? I believe it was Emma, but none of them reached out back to me. So I just wanted to kind of put that question up in the air. Like, can we do that? Or it should, oh, okay. Should be an issue. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And that's it pretty much. Hope everybody has a really nice break. And yes, take a break because we all need it.
Okay, before we go to class of 2022, Jenna, I apologize. I missed your asterisk. My dog's going crazy in the background and I got distracted. So.
Oh no, that's fine. Bree answered my question during her report anyway.
Okay, beautiful. So class of 2022.
So we found our last senator for class of 2022, hoping to have them sworn in at the next meeting, and that's it.
Okay. Class of 2023.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's okay, doing well, and having fun with our online classes this week. So we had our meeting last week. We talked about actually updating the Senator Handbook that Kelsey made last year, our former student co-director of student affairs, along with Jenna. We talked about updating that and possibly adding more to that, revised division sort of too with the whole Zoom COVID era, like rules and everything like that. So I'm going to be starting a committee if anyone wants to join me on that. I'll be sending a Google form out sometime before the end of the week. We have our class meeting again on Thursday at 7:30. You're always welcome to come. Instagram, Allegheny 2023. That's where the link is posted. Yep. Jenna, you have a question?
Yeah, I actually started working on to add to the handbook, kind of on my own, the Robert's Rules Zoom meeting stuff and just Robert's Rules in general. So I'm happy to work with you guys on that too.
Beautiful. I'll reach out to you. Noah, you had a question?
Don't mind me, just the guy who does the legality stuff here. Is this committee going to be growing out of ASG, or is it going to be like Lucas is making his own government now? So is it going to be an ad hoc committee?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be an ad hoc. I was going to send out a Google form to see who's interested. But yeah, I'm not making my own government yet.
Just we have, in order for it even to be Google formed, we have to vote on it. Like it has to be like we can't say it's a committee yet. Like we have to say like it is what it is. Like that's what the bylaw.
Okay, I'm gonna motion then to form an ad hoc committee for revising the Senator Handbook created by Kelsey Evans and Jenna Penna from last year. Do I have a second?
Second.
Sorry, before the vote, Lucas, I think it would be beneficial for us to meet. I have probably like 75% of like all of Robert's Zoom meeting rules. So I don't know that we need an ad hoc meeting. It would be nice for everyone to like review things.
I was hoping we could just get away with just doing it as a small group, but no one wants to do the legal way. I mean, that's valid. So
as long as it's not a committee, that's the only thing.
I apologize for cutting in. If I may, I don't think that, sorry, the internet here really sucks. Unless it's a formal committee, I think it doesn't need to be approved. If it's just an informal meet, you can do it twice, but if you want to make it a more permanent thing, to my knowledge, that would have to be voted on. But please correct me if I'm wrong here.
you know what? I'm pretty sure Emma was right because I looked over the Constitution before this meeting about it. I'm not gonna push through with that vote. I think we still have to vote on it though because we motioned. So,
Bree, do you have a comment?
Hi, yeah. So I just want to clear some things up really quickly. Senators are not allowed to speak unless called upon by the presiding vice president, which is Patty. And I know this keeps happening quite often. And unfortunately, anytime somebody asks for a motion, that has to go through Patty. Patty has to say, is there a second? Something like that. You can't necessarily just say it out loud. But other than that, I mean, definitely check in with, Noah, as he's our attorney general for the moment. And then I check in with Jenna as it ran through her committee last year. Those might be valuable resources. I wouldn't write them off at this point. But also, anytime you speak, please put an asterisk in the chat. That's kind of what that function's for. But other than that, that's all I had to say.
Emma?
Again, that's just my view. Everyone has a different legal definition of what a committee is, as you can tell. So, look, I'm just going to be blunt and say I had the opportunity to apply to be Attorney General, and I did not take that opportunity. So please don't take my word as fact. No, I should have final say here.
Okay. So just as a clarification question, you're not making it a committee, correct, Lucas?
no, I'm not gonna. But we did get a second, so I don't know if we still have to go through the vote technically.
Who is the second?
It was me.
Okay. So all those in favor? All those opposed? Okay, any abstentions? Okay, that fails. So class of 2024.
We have nothing to report on. Have an excellent break, you guys.
Beautiful. Okay. And then on to VP report. Today I sent out the Attorney General Google form, trying to gather times to see when people could meet. Another reminder is we will be having a GA next week. It will also be a very short meeting, but there's things that we need to get approved. There will not be a GA on the 8th, however, which is finals week. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Other than that, well, actually, I'm the president's proxy, so on to the president's report. Abdi attended a CMU discussion that talks about how to improve the relationship between administration and students. Seems like he's trying to gather some more intel and get like an action plan going. He also said he will be in contact with Bree to see how they will run diversity podcasts. And that's all he had. But other than that, just yeah, you guys be safe. Those of you at home, I'm glad you're safe home, and good luck with finals. And then on to unfinished business. Noah, did you still want to discuss the employee furlough?
I just want to remind everybody that the people who are teaching us are going to be on 2 weeks of furlough, and if you are a senior and you're thinking about applying to graduate school, you might want to ask for letters of recommendation early, because after finals are done, they're going to start taking furloughs, and it's going to be large percentages probably of the professors. So if you have an advisor or one professor you desperately need to get that letter of recommendation from, I would advise you to jump on that early rather than waiting until applications are due and you don't have a letter of recommendation.
Okay, beautiful. Maybe Bree, you could send out a message about that on the Instagram so more students know. Okay, transitioning to new business. Is there any new business from individuals? No. Okay. Any other constituent comments? Advisor announcements, Matt?
Hi, everyone. I'm hopeful that you're all safe and everyone has a nice little Thanksgiving break and then finishes up the semester strong, but I'll see you next week anyways. If you are taking this time to catch up and you need to meet with me, just remember that like college employees are still working. So I'm still free if you want to talk to me about anything. And just one clarification note, because I don't want this to cause any undue stress for our seniors. Noah's comments about the furlough, faculty have to take that before June 30th. So they may not be taking it at the end of this semester. They may be taking it at the end of next semester. They may be taking it at different times. So yes, I mean, as somebody who was formerly a student, don't wait until the last minute to get a letter of recommendation because it won't be good. So the more time you can give people, the better. Okay, thanks everyone.
Okay, and with that, is there a motion to close?
Motion to close today's meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that passes. Peace, guys.